episode 4 of the Mr. and Mrs. podcast. This topic is very near and dear to us. Man's best friend, reason for living for some people. Who else but dogs? Good old dogs.
If Nick looks a little upset right now, it's because this is the 4th time we're re-recording this episode. We're having
we had a little bit of technical difficulties, to say the least. But look how cute.
Okay.
Look at Gemma over there.
We get to spend
happy.
more quality time together tonight, babe.
Yeah.
It's literally almost midnight on Saturday, but this is my life now that I'm sober. Let's get right into it. First, dog experience. How old were you? When did you get a dog? When did
I think about 11, 12 years old. I talked my father into getting the dog. It was a golden retriever. He, like any parent would do, basically, it was like, are you going to take care of the dog? Are you going to, walk the dog, pick up the poop, feed him? And I was like, yeah, of course. After about a month, that was done, as kids usually do. And then he was kind of set to fend for himself and the dog. But they ended up falling in love anyway.
And he's a morning person.
Yeah. He's a morning person for sure. When my parents went through their divorce, basically it was too much, my mom dealing with Jeremiah, and she found like a farm who basically takes dogs in, they train them, and they probably have them do chores or whatever.
They're like hunting dogs and stuff.
Yeah, and it's a retriever. Retrievers are really good dogs, obviously. Mm-hmm. Doodles are, mixed with retriever blood. It was kind of like, I don't know, I was in a rebellious stage of my life anyway, so I did care. It was sad. My mom kind of just made the decision and ran with it. And then I came back home and she was like, oh yeah, she went to a farm. She's she's fine. She looked happy. So, kind of just had to let that part of my life go. My
first dog experience, I was probably 5 years old at the most. I was either 5 or a little bit younger. My dad, this is how I basically remember finding out. I don't really remember this time, but basically my parents were getting a divorce. So my dad was coming over, got us a little dog, surprise, here's the new man of the house. I'm leaving. I don't know. That's how I remember it happening. I could totally be just making that up in my head, but that time for me is a little fuzzy, but I know I was 5 years old, and he brought us this little teacup or toy poodle, literally fit in his hand. It was the cutest, all white, the cutest dog ever. We had him for 17 years. Isn't that insane?
It's a long life for a dog.
That was my whole life. So when he died, I literally did not know a life without a dog.
Right.
So it was it was very, very
tough experience.
Yes.
That was Mateo, right? Mateo?
Yes.
Funny story about Mateo is he used to bite everybody. A poodle. Still don't know why a poodle would attack.
Wait, are you serious when you say that?
Poodles usually aren't vicious.
Honey, poodles are the most vicious, Yeah, I thought you were joking when you said that. No, they're the worst.
Anyways, the dog must have bit one of the neighbors, and the neighbors called the cops on the dog. And the cops proceeded to knock on the door. Nicole answers the door, probably, 5, 6 years old. Hola. And the cop was just like, hey, we're here. Someone made a complaint that your dog bit them. And she was like, oh, Mateo, he bites everybody.
Wait, we need to add context, babe. People are going to think I knew you when I was 5, and that's creepy because you would have been 15.
Her dad obviously told me the story. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
Yes, true story. And he did bite everyone. He's a little sassy. He didn't really bite us. But he would try to, I don't even know if I need to cut this, but when I'm Spanish, when my mom would try to hit me, my dog would try to bite her. So he saved me so many times from getting hit by
awesome.
my mom.
Shout out to Mateo.
Yeah, she didn't hit me a lot, guys. This is normal Spanish people shit, but when I was really bad. What's the funniest or most memorable pet-related moment that we've experienced together as a couple?
When when we first met and you'd come over and we'd be cuddled on the couch kissing, and Nala would just hop up on the top of the couch, run around and get right in between us hell no, you ain't kissing him. That's my man. And then would start kissing you. That for me.
No, she yeah, that's funny.
That was the most memorable.
It took her a while to accept us as a couple.
Yeah, because she lived with me for damn near
that was
a
your
year.
Girl.
A year, just me and her.
She's like, I'm the only one who kisses him. Because she liked me. She liked me from the beginning. But as soon as we would like be at home and like kiss and stuff, that's when she didn't like me. But if we were sitting on like opposite ends of the couch or in the office at work.
She was just interviewing you. You know, dogs are loyal.
No, she liked me since the day she met me. She just didn't like when I would invade her home and start kissing her mans.
When's the most memorable moment for you?
Mine's not like that much of like a positive one, but I get really like traumatized and scared in these moments because I don't react I don't do well. I always tell you this. I don't do well in like scary situations or whatever. I just freeze. But I don't think we were living together yet. I was just like bringing my dogs over and I was sleeping here and stuff. And we were getting our dogs to like each other because it was a little bit tough at the beginning to get them to they're all friendly dogs, but Nala has this. She is the leader.
Crazy hood bitch tendencies, yeah.
Crazy hood bitch tendencies, like the best way to describe
Napoleon complex, right?
Yeah. And so for me, it's when they were playing outside. And so she always bites Gemma. That's her like playing, I guess. She'll like nibble on her ear or like attack. But she doesn't really bite hard. Like she just pretends to like fuck her up. But sometimes she'll actually get angry and she'll like bite her too hard.
Yeah. And she didn't really know Gemma at that point.
Yeah. And she like didn't really know Gemma at that point. They weren't living together or anything. And so Gemma freaked out, screamed, and then bit her back, and then, she, like, pinned her down. Mind you, Gemma's 30 pounds. She's my bigger doodle. And Nala is pushing 9 pounds. So, she got really scared. Nala screamed, and she
Gemma went in for the kill,
marks. But she didn't go in for the kill.
Our dog, the Yorkie, her neck is really small. We found teeth marks, like, on her neck the day after because I was like, why was she screaming? So she must have felt probably, the pressure of the teeth and just got really shook up. At that point, I was like, all right, Gemma asserted herself as the alpha, but Nala, is willing to die for hers. She's willing to risk her life, to be the alpha.
Yeah, she's the alpha. She's the alpha to us.
Now she is.
It's her world. We live in it. And then she is definitely the alpha of the pack, too.
Yeah. So that's a good memorable moment. More traumatizing than memorable, but
yes, we've had a few. We've had like 3 experiences like that. That's been pretty scary. But I feel like it's not intentional. It's like if Nala fucks around too hard, is like playing around too hard, then she'll like bite her a little too hard, and Gemma will like tweak and.
Well, dogs they come from a lineage, a bloodline that dates back to wolves. So at the end of the day, dogs are animals. Mm-hmm. No matter how friendly they are, sweet they are, there's a switch, that goes off and they go into literally kill mode, into survival mode. And that's pretty much what happened. Any dog, you have a nice dog, you bite her hard enough, she's going to go into survival mode, right? And attack mode. And that's what happened. But they're like inseparable now. They're best friends.
Yes, and it's the best. We have like the best time with them and raising them.
I've been through a lot of like situations like that where dogs were like ready to kill each other. So I you got to just be calm and separate them, and then
you are not calm.
I was calm when that happened for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time it happened in the kitchen, though, you were like,
well, yeah, because
you
I was
freaked
probably in
after.
a bad mood. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You and your moods, babe.
The best part is in the kitchen they had like literally again same thing. She pinned her down, went after her.
You freaked. You dropped a glass or something, right?
I dropped something
to save Nala,
and then like pushed Gemma away, grabbed Nala up,
body slammed Gemma into a chair.
It was so funny because I like almost when you're separating like 2 kids fighting. And like we separated them, and I like went into my car with Nala, and Nala was in the car the whole time, heart beating like, like
2 kids. It's like 2 grown men fighting.
She's like, I gotta go back. And then when she came back, she wanted smoke.
Yeah, no, you took her to the car, because even in here, she was like trying to still go back, and like she's like, no, I'm the alpha,
willing to die for hers.
Yeah, and Gemma was like totally, obviously dominating because she's bigger, but she doesn't mean to hurt anyone. She's a gentle giant.
Yeah.
do we have different parenting styles when it comes to our dogs, and how do we navigate that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely an enabler when it comes to the dogs. I just love dogs. When we
Lenient enabler.
Yeah, when we grew up, with dogs, it was always like give them the scraps, give them the food, Yeah, a little bit. I think we're pretty strict. I'm a little less strict because I feel bad. I think you're the alpha to them, right? Because I'll be like, Nala's not coming inside.
Your version of strict, though, honey, like just to clarify, is like I'm a super dog lover, lenient, like sleep in the bed, do whatever you want, go on the couch, like feed you food. Like I'm very like lenient. I would never consider myself strict. You are, though, an extreme enabler, not strict, because you say strict. Like you, like when you said I have OCD, I'm like, I'm not, but compared to you, I have OCD. I am so lenient with the dogs. I let them do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
you just take it to like an extreme. Like if it's raining, Nick is literally the meme that's like, they don't have to go out. Like it's raining. Let them shit in the house. It's fine.
No, I don't.
You do.
Okay, I don't tolerate poop in the house, pee in the house. Like they're still gonna get.
But when it's raining,
I mean, they manage to do it. They go out there. I sit out there in the rain with them, and if they don't go to the bathroom, what are you gonna do? I mean, the dog looks outside. It's like that meme. The dog looks outside. And
babe, it rains
just
this
like,
week.
Wait, it's raining out? Nah, I'm going in the house.
It rained this week, and I get up first, so I came out, let the dogs out. Didn't realize it was like, I think it started pouring like after I let them out, and I do this every morning because I wake up like a zombie, come downstairs, open the door, go to the bathroom, I pee, and by the time I get back here to let them in, it's like not even 2 minutes. So in like 2 minutes, they got like heavily rained on, so I put like the little doggy
dogs
gate.
Don't usually use the bathroom in 2 minutes though. They like to,
No, mine go out there and just use bathroom, come back in. But it was raining, so my point of this is that you came downstairs and you're like, why'd you put the gate? And I'm like, oh, because they got wet outside and I didn't want them to jump in bed with you all soaked.
Of course.
And then you were like, you took them out in the rain? Look at Nala. No. That's like abuse. Yes, you did.
The problem that we have, and I could let you guys know too, that's not good unless your dog's trained, is like just letting the dogs out in the back. They're good now. They're getting, her dogs are superb, but they're learning, obviously, monkey see, monkey do. Nala sees them, so she's getting better. But she's say, so I read when she was a puppy, it said, please refrain from just like opening the door and letting your dog outside, because then your dog associates outside with play or just frolicking. They don't know. So like when they go on their walks, that's the mistake we make. When it rains out, we got to put the raincoats on, just take them for a walk and let them do their business. When it's like that, they're just running back inside.
But my dogs shit and piss in the rain.
Sometimes, yeah.
Your
dogs have accidents too. They're not perfect.
All right, my dog has an accident if we're like weeds. Gone for like
we're getting in the
a
weeds.
few hours.
Gemma went through a rough month patch.
So. I hope you defend me the way you defend Nala if someone ever is talking shit about me.
Of course, babe. You already know.
Okay, but I love that for her. What are the specific roles and responsibilities we both have when it comes to taking care of our dogs?
I think I'm kind of in charge of feeding them. You buy the food. We kind of both go on walks with them, right? Yeah.
When we go on a walk, we go together.
Yeah. And then for the most part, just making sure, hey, did they go outside? Did the dogs go outside? I think it's like
pretty
equal.
50-50. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's pretty 50-50 with the dogs. It just depends, like, sometimes, actually, a lot recently, I don't know if you've noticed, because I'm like, sometimes I feel like you're in zombie mode still. You've been taking them out early.
Like, yeah, five, 6,
yeah, like super early, and then you'll come back to bed with me.
When
but
they wake me, like, there's another thing. When a dog wakes you up and he's licking you, he's not like kissing you, saying, "Hey," he's saying, "I gotta go outside."
Yeah.
And I can't. I know that. All right, I have to let them outside. I'm not waking up to piss, to shit, to
Yeah.
So you gotta let them outside. That's the research we'll get into. It shows dogs make people become more active. So
yeah, for sure.
We love our dogs. They do the funniest shit. It's like sometimes we'll be fighting and just having them there. It's like they like console us.
Yeah. Well, even like the other day we were having a little tiff and we were just like bond over the dogs, like petting the dogs.
Yeah,
like you can't be mad when you have 3 dogs.
Relationship for sure.
Yeah.
They love us together.
And like you said, I know. My God, my heart. And just like going on the walks together too. We've been doing that a lot more lately. And that's just like, again, more quality time and having them in the bed. I want to hear if people actually let their dog sleep in the bed. Some people find it disgusting, babe.
Of course, yeah. There's people that own dogs that I just don't understand why they own dogs. Like I've seen people come over their house and
they're like gated off and only the kitchen.
In a crate, like sitting there. It's like, bro, what do you got a dog for? You don't need a dog. Get a cat or something. You know?
Yeah.
Some people just should not have fucking dogs. It gets me very upset, you know, when the dogs are just like in the house, they're not treated well.
I know.
You know, and it's like for me it's like abuse, but I'm like,
luckily I don't have any of those kind of people in my life.
Right. But I've seen it and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What do you have? What's the purpose of having a dog? A dog needs interaction, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like it makes no sense. I absolutely hate seeing
We're
that.
huge dog lovers, like, and my mom and my sister, and my mom would always say that too. And like, we're huge dog people. Like the dogs sleep with my mom, sleep with my sister, sleep with me. And my mom would literally have that worry and be like, wait, like, are we going to have enough time? Are we going to have this? And like, are we going to be able to give it enough love? And we were like the best dog family, parents, whatever. And
If not, man, give it up. Someone else is going to love it
love
better
the
than
shit
you.
out of your dog. Yeah.
Remember,
like,
so me and Nicole were at a barbecue next door. And there was this little, what was he, like a hot dog, a wiener?
A weenie dog, yeah.
Yeah, and he's a little rambunctious. Wasn't the best, you know, well-trained dog.
Babe, this story really
hurts
my
dude,
soul.
like, I don't know if it wasn't like really his owner, but like
it was
like his daughter's.
It was his
dog.
son's dog.
I think daughter.
No, because the son was there.
It was, yeah, but that wasn't his dog. It was the daughter's dog, and it's another, you know, going back to like the daughter wanted it. The daughter left for college. He doesn't want it. He didn't like dogs. And he was like laying in on him. Like I saw him hit him a couple times. Like, and you know, it's their dog. Like I don't like to get involved in stuff that doesn't have to do with me. For the most part,
the first or second time,
right. He was like,
no, the second time I was like, you need to get involved.
Yeah. Nicole, not because he like hit him in the head or something.
He like slapped the dog so fucking hard and like swatted him off a table and the dog just fell.
And it's sad because he's like a cool dude. I don't want to break his fucking head.
Yeah, we were like getting along with him. He was like being funny.
And then Nicole's like, he just hit that dog. You better say something. And I was like, all right, because I seen him hitting the dog.
I like stormed inside and I was like, I'm not going back out there until you say something.
So I just like went and told, you know, I told her, I told them. They didn't really say much. You know, and I was like, dude, just like leave the dog alone. And then I basically like, you remember, like took the dog on my lap, was petting the dog, keeping the dog away from the dude. And then afterward, because everybody was drunk drinking, you know, when I talked to my neighbor about it, she's like, he's never allowed over again because she's like the biggest dog lover.
Yes.
And it's just like, dude, why? Like, remember, I was like, I'll take the dog. Like at this point,
like it's one thing, yeah. Because listen,
embarrassing.
Nala, yeah, and I was like, are you wasted? Anyways. One thing, like Nala, she does that too. She'll like jump on the table, and I'm like, Nala down. Like I'll like
unacceptable.
Snap at her, or I'll like tap her butt, like whatever. Like that, if that was like normal, and he was like no, and like smacked him in the butt, whatever, fine. He like swatted the dog off the table, and the dog plopped onto the porch.
Yeah, he's hitting the dog like a fucking grown man.
Like he was fighting a man.
So, I've seen someone like, you know, getting into the stories when I was probably like 19, 20. This guy, he was a pretty big drug addict. He was like a dope head, but I'll never forget. He had the cutest pit bull. Looked like the Little Rascals pit bull with the like circle around his eye. And he brought the pit bull over. He must have been fucked up on drugs or whatever. We always used to like chill on the porch in Bridgeport, Washington Terrace. And like we always used to just like sit out there drinking, chilling. And he brought the dog over. And he was like, sit. He's telling the dog to sit. The dog's a puppy. He's telling the dog, sit, sit, sit. And he's like screaming at the dog, hitting the dog. And basically my friend, Rock, shout out to Rock. He's like, yo, bro, don't like hit the dog. Like what are you doing? Like he's like, that's unacceptable. It's a puppy. You're telling him to sit. The dog's not even trained.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it's my dog. You know what I mean? It's my dog. Get out of here. And then for whatever reason happened, he picked the dog up, little puppy, and just like fucking smashed it on the ground, like on the porch. It was like the wood porch. Smashed it on the wood porch. And then right when that happened, my boy was like, yo, like went like right after him, and he was like, woo, pulled out a gun. He's like, you know, like,
no, babe.
street dude, pulled out a gun. He's like, what the fuck? You got an issue with what I'm doing with my dog? And then like everybody's like, nah, no issue. I'm good. It's your dog. It's your dog.
Love these hood stories.
And I went up to him. I had that like relationship with him. I was like, bro, this is unacceptable. He's like, I don't give a fuck. It's my dog. And I was like, all right, I understand that. I was like, just take off with the dog. It's just not a good situation. And then he left with it. I was like, we were trying to keep it. Like Brock was like, yo, I'll keep it. And I was like, let the guy just, go his way.
Ew, I hate
I think
people.
he ended up giving the dog away anyway.
Babe, I'm pregnant and too sensitive for these stories. I want to cry.
I know there's stories that people need to know. It's just abuse. It's
know.
like, I wanted to do the same as well, but I knew that he had, a gun on him. So it's like, yo, what are you doing? Boom, dead. Okay.
Die for a dog.
News 12, guy dies from trying to save owner from beating dog. Not moi. Not moi.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's just, dog abusers, you motherfuckers deserve to go to jail. Like,
yeah, seriously, what the fuck? No, that's like illegal. There's been people who've like gotten arrested for it now and stuff because they're caught on camera.
What are you doing with a dog? Like, right? Like, what the fuck is the purpose? Don't have an animal.
We can't even get into that because I've heard some crazy shit on the news where like people like will like kill their dogs in the backyard, like beat them to death. Like I just saw something the other day and I in Connecticut. Disgusting.
Yeah,
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Fuck you.
I'm cry. I'm cry. I will cry. Okay. How do we manage disagreements about pet related decisions?
I don't think we have many disagreements.
No, I think the only one that we have when it comes to the dogs is
sometimes you don't want them on the bed, but I don't want them either. It depends. We don't have many disagreements.
So I actually have that in here. I said, are there any funny or awkward moments involving our dogs during intimate times?
Oh, Maran.
Yeah. Like every day.
Yeah, like every day when we're having sex and we're done. And then like I pull the sheets up and all three of them are just sitting there like staring at us.
Yes.
Awkward.
It's weird. Okay, we have a king size.
Creeps. Yeah. Gemma, Nala, Josie, you motherfuckers need to get a life.
We have a king size, so I don't even know. I bet you like the non-dog people and then the dog. Like some people will relate and be like, "The fuck, you have the dogs on there when you fuck."
I just closed the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just closed the door. We need our intimacy time.
But it definitely like when you have a king size bed, it's fine. They'll be like on one side, will be like, but that's the thing. Like Nick will be like, the dogs are here, here, and here. Let's go like over here. It's not like, oh, hey, dogs, move. It's like he accommodates for the dogs.
Not during sex.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I'm like, all right, I'm about to have sex. Just stay right here and watch. Like, that's
no, but I'm saying like if they're like in that corner, we'll like come to our side of the bed. They're like not near us, but also. Or we'll like kick them off and they'll like jump on like they like jumped on the other day and then it
new rule. Dogs out of the door,
shut the door.
Shut the door because it's not acceptable.
Yeah, nor for the most part though, they don't bother us. There's just like that rare occasion where
for the most part, they
stare at us as soon as we're done. We like look over the bed because we like are such dog people that as soon as we're done, we're like, all right, come back. And we'll just like look and it's like Josie and Gemma and they're just like staring at us like, are you fucking done so we can come back on?
I'm sure when the baby's here, all three of them are going to look at us and be like, oh, that's what you guys were doing. No wonder.
Yeah.
They're probably the least surprised that you're pregnant.
True. But yeah, they don't really bother us as much. Just like that random. I feel like one time she like, I forgot who, like licked you and then it's like mood killer. The other day, Gemma, weird. She was just like,
we had this
TMI. But
we had to actually stop having sex and like start the day because
Oh wait, yeah. We had to stop that day. This is
over. They gotta go.
They like literally started climbing on us. We were like,
yeah. I mean,
so I was actually gonna bring this up next. Is it weird or unsanitary to kiss our dogs? We want to know what you guys think, but we also looked into this a little bit.
I kiss my dogs. I've kissed all my dogs. I don't
Would
see
you say
anything
you
wrong with it.
kiss your dogs or make out with your dogs?
I let them kiss me when they're giving kisses.
Yeah, but Nala like sneaks a little tongue in there.
She's a little invasive, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I get flamed by a lot of my boys. Like, yo, you kissed the dog. I saw you kiss the dog. You posted a story once, and Gemma was like kissing me, and my boy, my brother actually, Al, he DM'd me. He's like, yo, what the fuck is this shit? He's like, you kissed the dog. I was like, I didn't. He's like, I saw you kiss the dog. I saw the video, and it was just funny. It's funny, Caribbeans, they're different with their dogs. They let their dogs live outside practically.
Yeah. Nala is definitely a kisser. A lot, like she kisses so much. Josie's a kisser, and then Gemma will kiss you like in her moments, not too much. But kissing is what, like, it's not like, oh, you let them like kiss your hand or like lick your hand or like lick your face. Because I do that. I like let them lick my chin, my cheek, like sometimes my mouth if I'm like, okay, I love you so much, or like I'm saying hi or bye, whatever. Mm-hmm. And like a quick, like, you know me, I'm like, oh, okay, you're done. Like you like sit there and just like, he'll be watching TV and like the dog's just like, and Nick's like just watching the TV and the dog's just like kissing. He doesn't even like flinch. You love it. I asked you this.
I love my dogs, man.
I asked you this morning, I think, or last night, and I was like, does that like soothe you? Last night, I think. I was like, is that like soothing to you? Because like, God forbid I try to kiss you. It's like, get away from me.
So I think it's a myth, or I read that dogs' mouths are cleaner than humans' mouths. I don't think it's a myth.
No, it's bullshit. And I have my evidence right here for you. Here we go.
Let's go. Do it.
So yes, your dog has bacteria in their mouth. Whatever, I don't know how to pronounce this. Pastorella lives in the mouth of cats and dogs that can cause skin, lymph node, and sometimes more severe infections. So a lot of actually the stuff that I read was a lot of, like, for humans, we can get a lot of different sorts of infections, and then also intestinal bacteria. So like the same shit that we can get from like food, like bad food, like salmonella, E. coli, whatever.
Wow.
Most cases of people getting sick from kissing or licking with pets comes from oral contact with fecal residue, which could be transmitted. I didn't want to read this to you because I was like, I'm going to ruin the kissing for you. But like, we know this shit and it never ruined it for you. So I'm fine. Transmitted after pets lick their anus. Facial and lip licking between humans and pets can carry this fecal matter easily. Sweetie, not to throw Nala under the bus, but we like see Nala lick. We saw her lick Josie's.
Did you just bring up this topic to flame me? Like, okay, no more kissing of the dogs. Let's move on. I'm grossed out.
I knew you were gonna be grossed out, but it's okay.
This is good because now I could go on to my research about happiness in dogs. So this was interesting, but it wasn't shocking to me. This is, I think this was BarkBox did this. According to a dog parent study conducted by BarkBox, 71% of dog parents believe that their dogs have made them happier people. Among almost 80% find it easier to awake in the morning because their dogs greet them. And a whopping 93% of the participants stated that they are better people overall because of their dogs. Our canine buddies are always there for us in good times and in bad. They are our friends when we are lonely and a reason to laugh when we're down. They're faithful, judgment-free. Love that. Judgment-free zones with the dog. Sounding boards who we play with, snuggle with, and most importantly, be ourselves with. Of dog parents surveyed in BarkBox's study, 85% revealed that their dogs have helped them through a difficult time in their life. It's crazy because when my father passed away and I was just like in the bed just crying, desperately. It's like, Nala was like, oh, and she was like right there, like licking, the kisses and just like really like, comforting.
I was actually going to bring that up because that was like a very difficult time for you and I wasn't around for that yet. Like we had just started seeing each other. I was going to ask you in those moments, like how did you get out of bed? And like
having Nala. Yeah. You know what I mean? She had to get me out of bed. Then this is what it kind of gets into. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology revealed that pet owners exhibited greater self-esteem, were more physically fit, were less lonely, were more conscientious, were more socially outgoing, and had healthier relationship styles if they were less fearful or less preoccupied than non-owners. So they, non-owners are not as good as dog owners. There was one in here. Oh, the veteran thing. So a newly released Veterans Administration study found that 20 veterans commit suicide each day. It's very scary and a high number. There is far above the national. This is far above the national average for civilians, and it reflects a significant rise in suicide among female veterans. Wow. For veterans struggling with mental or physical health issues, a companion animal can serve as a beacon of hope to give purpose and meaning in the darkest times. Many veterans in our program tell us that their pets give them a reason to live. It really runs deeper, the dog topic than people think. Talking about the lessons learned, like dogs they love you unconditionally. They depend on you obviously for everything. But they just, they show you unconditional love. They love you no matter what. Mm-hmm. Dogs, like Nelson, I think Nelson or someone told me once, dogs know two emotions, love and fear. That's why, like, when dogs, see somebody they don't like and they're like, they're growling, it's like, I'm always like, what's up with you? Because they sense shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? They know fear and they know love. They know when they see you, oh my God, they're home. And then if you hit them, like if you're someone who hit a dog, like let's say beat the crap out of a dog, if that dog sees you in a year, that dog is going to be growling or just like, get him away from me. So it's great. It's interesting.
I hate to compare. I don't want to say I hate to compare, but dogs to kids. But I think especially for those, and I've talked to couples who like first had a dog and then they had kids, they say that like your dog is like your kid. Until you have a real kid, then
for sure
the parents are like, oh my God, once you have a real kid, it's like a love that you've never experienced in your life.
Obviously.
And they're like, you're going to forget about your dogs. And I'm like dreading that moment because our dogs are our whole world right now because they are like our kids. So it's like, if you think about it, the things like, yes, like you wouldn't, if you're depressed, if you're just going through like a hard time, you wouldn't not get up to like feed your kid. It's like they're the reasons that they're your drive, like you know what I mean? So it's this, the dog is the same way.
Imagine when my father passed, if I didn't have a dog, like I would have been in the house just like in solitary. Like,
but you have a lot of people who love you and care about you too.
But
so
at that moment, I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to interact with anyone, So it's amazing how a dog can literally just like bring you out of depression, right? Bring you outside. Like it's
like
for a walk.
One of those things where your therapist will say, like if you're struggling with anxiety, depression, like go for a walk, do this, go to the gym. That's good for it'll help your anxiety, it'll help your depression. It's so same thing. It's like with the dog, the dog's like forcing you to go do those things. Yeah.
Yorkshire Terriers are pretty much therapy dogs, like in general. So a lot of times people get them, for older people and they comfort them, Yeah. It's man's best
You
friend.
have like a really loving dog though, because I feel like normally Yorkies aren't like that friendly. Like aren't that like
Yeah, that's it's a good
Nala's
just
you touched on that. Love bug.
She's a love bug for sure. I think maybe because she was socialized with people early on. But yeah, that is Yorkies usually just love their owners and then don't really fuck with anybody else.
That's like a lesson I think that we've learned from the dog is the more love you give, the more love you get because you've given her so much love.
Correct.
Okay, apply that to me now.
Correct. Nah, I've given that. It's right. You're right. When I was single, and we showed her so much love. Everybody that came through here, and she like reciprocates it crazy, and people love her so much more back in return. So that's interesting. That's those are, I guess, some good lessons to learn.
Is there another lesson that you could bring up that you feel like you've learned from the dogs?
Pretty much just like unconditional love, and I don't know, unconditional love, and just never giving up on love. And like this, like that, basically, like the love you give is always going to be reciprocated. Yeah, I think that that's something. And, you know, because I'm a funny dude, always joking about shit. Dogs are like comedic. You know what I mean? So, like, kind of like don't take shit too serious. Have fun with life, right? Because dogs, you see when we throw Gemma the ball, that's literally like, you know, equivalent to us going on vacation. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, they bring simplicity to your life.
They enjoy the simple things, and it
Simplest
reminds
things in
us
life.
to enjoy the simple things too. Because
Correct,
even
correct.
today, when I saw you go upstairs and grab the balls, I knew those balls were there.
They
It brought
get-
me joy to
Yeah.
see you grab those balls, because she's obsessed with tennis balls that we have to hide them and take it away from her,
Yeah,
because
it's like
she'll
a
like
problem.
cry if like
She's
it
a
goes under
tennis
the
ballaholic.
Yeah, but it made me happy as I was getting ready to go to dinner with you and your mom to see you grab that. And I was like, oh my God, I love this. He's going to go like spend quality time with them, run around, like toss the ball. I was like watching you through the window. And yeah, it's like, it's so cute. And those are just like lessons where it's like a fucking ball. Like there's like simple shit. You don't need to like go on vacation, like you just mentioned, to like have a good time, to bond with your partner,
simplicity.
yeah.
Yeah, it's living a simple life. And then, yeah, also food too. Like dogs are funny because like food, obviously they're just, you know, degenerates when it comes to food, but they're like, when they eat their food, they're like, thanks, bro. Like they're just happy with what they have, you know? Not ours, because they get like meal prepped and chicken and, you know, so.
Okay, I can go on
they
a whole
eat better
rant
than-
about this.
They eat better than humans. We're not going to go in the weeds though.
I might
about
tell a quick little story.
that. You can.
I will literally be working. I work from home. So sometimes I'll work from the couch, and Nick will come home from work. I'll hear him getting like the pot out, putting water in it, get it boiling, start like cooking, getting the chicken out of the fridge. And I'm like, oh great, he's going to like cook dinner tonight because he sees me working late. And his kitchen timer will go off, and I'm like, oh yay, it's almost ready, hungry. And I'll literally come in here and he'll be like, babe, I'm hungry. And I'm like, oh, I thought you were like cooking. We'll literally cook for the dogs and not for us.
Just boiling chicken, making sure the pups are fed, like that Rick Ross.
But
line,
you
"Take
will
care
make
of
sure
my
you're fed, but you will
Take-
make sure that the dogs are fed.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, like if you like listen to music, there's so many references about the love for dogs, like rap music, like the one DMX, like he's a big dog guy. That's like all he had was his dogs. And then there's that Rick Ross line. He's like, take care of my fam and my little dog money. Like he just like take care of the fam and the little dog, like, you know.
Yeah, fam and the little dog. So
Yeah.
like
Okay.
maybe cook for like Nick will literally eat a protein bar, but then be like cooking a whole meal for the
I'm
dogs.
just saying, like rap music, you know, even songs, like lyrics. There's always, you know, mentionings of dogs. It's pretty incredible.
But I love that about you. I think it's cute that you're so like nurturing to them.
Yeah.
That's like
It's a lot of work though.
I feel like you're going to be such a great father because of how you treat our dogs. And like hearing our friends say, yeah, we were obsessed with our dog. That was our everything. And then as soon as you have a baby, it's like the love you feel. It's a love we've both never felt. It's our first kid. And so I'm just like, wow, like I can't even imagine how you're going to be with the baby. You're going to be like going to like a farmer's market, buying the fruit and veggies, like blending it yourself. Like I already like.
Thank you. What's your least favorite like task or thing that you have to do for your dog or for the dogs?
I have doodles, so probably give them a bath and like brush them out constantly. I like forget. We should really be brushing them like a lot more than we do.
The bath is brutal. That's what I was gonna say.
Nala's so quick because she's tiny,
But she hates, you know, getting.
but she lets me.
Yeah,
Babe, that's a you thing because it's like she hates going in the rain. I'm like, get your ass outside and go in the rain.
I just hate doing that. I hate.
Yeah,
bathing
so I
them.
do it, and she's an angel because I just put her in the sink because she's so tiny, and I'm like, done in like 5 minutes.
The only thing that I don't like about dogs is they don't help you do shit. Like I'll be sitting there trying to do this, trying to do that, and they just sit there staring at you. Like, you pick up a broom, do something. Like,
yeah, they live rent free. I want to be a dog.
Shit. Yeah, for real. I'm coming back in my next life as a dog. Hopefully, though, not a dog in like a third world country though, because those dogs. How about in Colombia though? So I love Colombia so much, but like the way that Colombians treat their dogs, it's pretty much on par or exactly the same as Americans. I was like blown away when I first saw that. Like they have.
Oh, you made it seem like you were going to say something bad.
No, you know. What do you mean?
Well, you're like, I love Colombians, but the way they.
I love Colombia. I said it. I'm just saying in general as a country. But I was amazed. Like I went to the mall in like Medellin, and they had like the dog shows. They like were walking around.
Yeah,
the dogs were all
in
like
strollers and shit. Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, because some countries you go to, like, you know, I've been
There's
to
just,
like
like,
Cuba,
dogs in the
DR,
streets.
dogs in the street. Yeah, it's like it's wild, you know. But
yeah, in Colombia, I think in like the bigger in like the cities and stuff, they've like really adapted to dogs being part of the family.
Yeah.
Your brother did give us some advice.
Yes, and that was good advice. So my brother basically said before they had the kids, what they would do is like pull their dog's ear and yank his tail and just like, you know, not abuse him,
yeah.
But you got to get them used to it. Like, you know, if you're listening and you're pregnant, thinking about getting pregnant, and you have a dog, it's definitely something you want to implement that you don't even think about. Because when I thought about it, I'm like, wow, because a baby, a kid, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, they're going to yank the ear. They're going to grab the tail. You know, it's an animal, as I mentioned, and they might snap. They might bite the kid, you know. I doubt it, but it's a big possibility. You just yank a dog's tail again, that lineage, that bloodline. Yeah. I'm more concerned about her because she's so small. So, like, she can get to, like, a 2-3-year-old, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also she's so small that, like, once our baby's 2 and 3, like, our baby could, like, accidentally, like, lean on her, like, squish her belly or, like, you know, just fuck with her. And then Nala could snap and, like, bite, you know?
Yeah, I think the dynamic is going to be great, though. I think they're going to love it. I think, you know, once he's old enough, like 5, you know, he's going to love it. Oh, this is Josie.
Oh, shit.
You kiss her. Josie, I can't kiss you anymore due to statistics. Matter. Yeah. Say hi, Josie, for the camera. Look, say hi. Say hi, Mama. Okay.
You didn't kiss her?
No, after the freaking study research you gave me. Come here. This is Gemma's too big.
Don't hurt her, babe.
This is Gemma.
Like knocks over the fucking tree.
This is Gemma.
Here she goes, getting jealous, ready to fight.
This is the alpha. This is Gemma.
This is the alpha.
Gemma and Nala are best friends. But Gemma, what do you got to say to them out there?
Oh. They're like, you woke me up for this shit.
Gemma's a love bug.
They probably thought they were getting treats. Lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down. Show them your tricks. Good girl. Oh,
Good girl.
so cutie.
These are our pups.
Josie.
Gemma, you want to take us out? Anyways, episode 4 of the
Mr. and Mrs. podcast.
Mrs. podcast with
Let's
the doggies, about the
recording.
dogs. 4 dogs by dogs. We love dogs. So
yeah, we suggest getting 3. If you have a king size bed.
Episode 4. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Right?
Yes.
Always, I think it's very helpful to us. The more people comment, interact, you know, because it kind of lets us know what people want to hear. Right?
Yes.
So
yeah, and then also send us a DM if there's any topics that you want us to, you know, dissect, discuss, give opinions, or
I would like, because I want to start, we're going to probably start shooting a lot of different spots, switching up the scenes, I think. Again, if you're listening and you care enough, slide in and tell us where, like a spot that you would want to see a podcast recorded by us. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for listening. Episode 4, Mr. and Mrs.